EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First play and a first pass for Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. To throw again on second down. Murray. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. This defense for the Rams, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
From the gun on third down, Murray trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll pitch it out to Akers. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got some turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Tackled that time by Myjai Sanders. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
They're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll run on first down with Akers. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He'd hit the sideline. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And this is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Murray a give. This is Connor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Rams and Cardinals, they met 3 times a season ago. They each won in the other's building in the regular season. The Cardinals 37-20 in Week 4. And the Rams in Week 14 on Monday night would win it 30-23. And then, of course, they would also meet in the first ever Monday night wild card game, the final game of the first Super Wild Card weekend. And the Rams kicked off their title run with a 34-11 win at SoFi. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Connor up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Cardinals at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on their jersey. Third and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Stafford going to give this to Akers, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Hey!
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
32.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Stafford. On the move to his left. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points, while the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we can. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On the counter, this is Akers. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zaven Collins gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Third and long, it's Stafford. To Jefferson on the slant.
You ain't going nowhere.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a first and goal.
Ready. 53. Ready. Zero.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. Here's Murray from midfield. Open man is Robbie Anderson. He's got room at the 30, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Murray now. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marquise Brown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is down to 28-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th. Henderson running straight ahead. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Stafford to the right side and complete to Atwell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Murray now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Play action. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right? The analytics will tell you one thing or another. There's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. From the gun, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They got 29 yards that time. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Connor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
53, ready.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. 10 yards on the touchdown pass, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd and 10, Murray getting the ball to Anderson here on the out route. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Stafford. He's got it. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Stafford going to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jalen Thompson picks it. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the door. It's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Murray, one final try. That is caught by Anderson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to